EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Detroit Lions. The former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Okay, break. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready? Viking 18. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Now we give the Gibbs running left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Six the Eagles, 6 the Eagles.
Now back to throw. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Ready? Cougar 19.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Cowboy 80.
They're set up to throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are in defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ready? 76, Panthers.
Now they'll shift things around. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
It's 4th down.
Bison, 60 Bison.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Bates' kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they finally get their chance on offense. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Irving. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 4. To throw, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut.
Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Yaya Diaby able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are able to add on to that lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That's caught. Emeka Buka. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Mayfield now from the 50. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield with it once more. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Here's Mayfield. And that would get the off target and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
180.
They go play action. Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Happy Lions. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Hands it off out of the gun. And the big boys in front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Second and 9.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hey, switch. Ready, ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he caught. It's St. Brown. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
At the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Ready, set the wolf. Ready.
That's complete to the Porter. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions would extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball really quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Jack Fox picking off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with them down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Mayfield looks to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trap 60, trap 60. Mustang 19. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the right side and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's caught McMillan with it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
19 Lions.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
180. Point it right.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. That went out wide and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Gibbs straight ahead. 3 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that opening in the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Come on, come on. Hit, 70 ring, 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Ready, right?
They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Ready, ready. 70 Lions. Go.
Hand off now to Gibbs. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Now 2nd and 5.
Get it. Tap the 60, tap the 60.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 3rd and 6.
18 run. Let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 19 yards away. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw, Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. touchdown. Here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
30-yard line.
Ready, set. Let's go now. 19.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
70 Lions. 19 Lions.
Back to throw here. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready.
That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Got it. Ready.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
19, 60 Bison, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Mayfield. This one taken in by Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. You watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 30 yards. And the Bucs strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Lions 24.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Get it. Cowboy 80. Eagles.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The flag comes in, it's incomplete, and I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down, so now it's third and long. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. This is intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's second and 3.
Point it right.
Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete here. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is third and 3. Now Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now. Well, he's fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
Mustang 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now.
60 Eagles.
Back to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run. That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
Pat to 60. Pat to 60. Ready, ready?
They'll look to throw again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Hey. 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Back to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A big play here, 3rd and 2.
Here we go, Scott. Cowboy 80. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the Lions are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
It's a big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Ready.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Ready.
Throw left side complete. That's right. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11. Cougar 19.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's 1st and 10.
King. Real. Run. Regular. That's it.
Mayfield. Now he's going to step up and run. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
First down, Buccaneers.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
180. Point it right.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
They took a big shot there for the end zone, and if he finds a way to come up with it, that might be your game winner. But it was not to be. The coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Alert. 180. Pistol.
Now Mayfield. Got a man downfield. It's Alton. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Mayfield going to switch things up here.
Kings. Real. Run. Regular. Hey, alert. God.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
This is 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
70.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
On the ready. Bronco 80. Back. 18, Pioneer. 79, Bronco. 70, Lions. One
final shot. They'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how